So we are discussing basically what are the key enablers which facilitate strategic cost management. Right. The first point is top management support and sponsorship. Right. So without top management support and sponsorship, forget the whole idea of cost management. However, to get this support, top management must understand the value of supply chain management to the bottom line. So when we are talking about top management support, right? Without top management support and sponsorship, it becomes very difficult to implement strategic cost management or cost management as idea as such. Correct? Right? Because whenever you want to implement anything, you need top management guidance, support, and the approval also. So the whenever we are talking about take example like value of supply chain management, so it becomes very important that top management support is required to implement such strategies. So if management seems reluctant to recognize this from internal efforts alone, cooperative efforts with suppliers and customers may help to convince them. So if the top management is reluctant to give you support or sponsorship in such kind of things, then what you can do is you can take help of the your suppliers, customers, and convince the top management. Then second point is information system. So to capture spending by commodity or service, suppliers and geographical area information can be used to identify opportunities for synergy with supply chain members in areas such as leveraging spend, pooling knowledge, acquiring, providing, sharing technology. So management information system is very important for implementing strategic cost management. Otherwise, it becomes very difficult because we have to leverage, spend, pool, knowledge acquiring, providing, sharing technology. So it helps us in identify areas where transfer of best practices will reduce cost, optimize location and use of resources such as inventories in the supply chain and help to identify total cost drivers, right? So information system becomes very important factor for facilitating strategic cost management in the organization. Then identify of total cost drivers. Now, I have explained you what is basically a cost driver. Again, we will discuss that cost driver under activity-based costing also in detail. Uh, but just in brief, I would like to tell you about this is what are all the elements that make up the total cost in given supply chain. Total cost drivers may vary by geographical areas and may include items such as logistics, transportation, inventory, lead time, lack of infrastructure, lack of qualified or trained personnel, lack of qualified suppliers, and production impact of particular products and services. So when we talk about cost drivers, it will be talking about so many things, right, which will be implementing like take example like supply chain management. So we just spoke about the cost drivers which we can talk under supply chain management is such as logistics, transportation, inventory, lead time, lack of infrastructure, lack of qualified or trained personnel which are handling the logistic transportation and so on, inventory, then lack of qualified supplier and production impact of particular products or services. So then if you talk about some additional drivers, right? So additional drivers that may be present in global analysis could include tariffs and duties, then say currency exchange rates, hostile political or geographical environment. So whenever we are talking about strategic cost management, we have to keep in mind of all these points, right? Like tariffs and duties, what the if you are importing and exporting, so that becomes very important. Then currency exchange rate, dollar rupee appreciates, depreciates, so how it will be having effect on our company's imports and exports, right? Then hostile political or geographical environments, like take hostile political environments, like take example recent. Can anyone give me example of this hostile political environment? Anyone? Yes, Priyanka, Kedar. Okay, so basically when we are talking about, take example like what is happening between India and China, or say India, America and China, right? So uh, all these things which are affecting the your supply chain management and so many other things. So you have to find out like what will be the cost drivers, which will cost drivers means in simple terms we'll say it will have an impact on your cost structure of your products, services, and other things. Correct. Geographical environments, like you take example like what is happening in Southeast Asia. So it is a geographical environment. What is happening, right? So we have to consider all these cost drivers. So we have to identify them. If you identify them, then we can find out the valuation about all these things, right? Then we are talking about cost models. So if cost models of major cost in supply chain are not available, they may need to be developed. Cost models may have to be adjusted by country or region in the global supply chain situations, like what we are talking about, say, India, China, Southeast Asia, Europe, correct, and America, and so on. Some techniques for modeling cost include learning curve analysis, experience effect analysis, price productivity analysis, implied setup cost analysis, should cost analysis, comparative process analysis, and cost breakdown analysis. So whenever you become like a cost accountant and when you start working with the strategic cost management under say corporate finance or so many other things, right? So you will be studying all these analytical tools. So I will just explain, I will just repeat that. That is learning curve analysis, experience effect analysis, price productivity analysis, implied setup cost analysis, should cost analysis, comparative process analysis, and cost breakdown analysis. So that these are various types of models analysis which you can use, right? I'm not going to explain you all these things in detail because it will take a lot of time and it is not basically uh, what you say is right now our topic. So when we'll discuss cost models in detail in later on topics, we will discuss the various types of analysis in detail that time. Okay. The next point is strategic cost management plan, right? So there must be some known cost management objectives and a plan as how you're going to achieve them. One approach to prepare such a plan is to use a three-step approach, right? So what that three-step approach you can see, that that is first thing is classifying purchases. So you first classify what you're going to require about your say material, services, and so on, right? Then matching cost analysis tools with the purchase classification. Okay, so whatever these cost analysis tools which we are having, right, so that you will match with that and focus on strategic cost management techniques to achieve cost management results, right? So we have to talk about strategic cost management about this three-step approach, right? So this three-step approach, what we are saying is classifying purchases, then matching cost analysis tools with purchase classifications, and focusing on strategic cost management techniques, right? We are going to study this strategic cost management techniques in detail, like ABC analysis, or say target costing, life cycle costing, and so many other techniques, right? That we will see Kaizen costing and so on, correct? To achieve cost management results, right? Then next point is effective cross-functional teams, right? So effective cross-functional teams is becomes very important, to implement strategic cost management. Like whenever we want to go along with say strategies related with cost management, obviously you need people from production, you need people from marketing, you need people from materials department, and so on. So it can be a very effective management, correct? So vital to the success of any cost management effort, because of varied departments and functions that are affected and need to be involved to implement cost management initiatives. All parties either affected by the cost in question or involved in general generating these costs need to be involved in the applicable cost management teams, right? So whenever we are thinking about strategic cost management, we will see who are involved, which parties are involved in this particular cost management plan. So that must be asked, that must be questioned, that must, so the information should be taken from them, correct? Because we want some results, correct? We want cost management results. So either they should be questioned about the cost because of actions they have taken, right? And then second thing is either get then involved in your uh, the cost management teams, right? So you can show a good cost management results. Then the next point is about known business strategies, right? Now you know about business strategies. You must have studied about this subject, right? So basically it is what is to develop purchasing cost management strategies. Overall business strategies must be known. So because if when you have your overall business strategies in your mind, right, whenever they're put on the papers, right, so you can develop the aligned purchasing cost management strategies. The maximum effect of strategic cost management in supply chain can only be achieved when supply chain strategies are aligned with overall business strategies. Obviously, to achieve alignment, overall business strategies must be known to the supply chain team. Correct. So this is one of the example of supply chain. Now I'm taking example of supply chain again and again. So it will be a relevant for us to understand how these points, how these enablers, key enablers will facilitate strategic cost management. So we are taking a example of supply chain management, correct, for strategic cost management. So we understand this all these points in a proper way. Then last point is alignment of supply strategies with business strategies. Correct. So we know now the what are the business strategies we are having. So now what we are trying to do is we are trying to align our supply strategies with business strategies. So we are having a strategy, marketing strategies, sales strategies, right, logistic strategies, and so on. So to be most effective, purchasing cost management strategies must be aligned with overall business strategies. So this enabler is key to successful cost management, strategic cost management, and also to obtaining full support of top management. Do not make the mistake of concentrating cost management efforts in an area in a that management considers unimportant, or in an area of the business that is not strategically important to the company, or maybe up to the divestiture, right? You must have studied uh, uh, mergers or acquisitions or something like that, right? So what are the business strategies of, say, divestiture, right? So we have to align all our supply chain strategies, right, with the business strategies, correct? So uh, uh, if you make a mistake, right, of concentrating cost management efforts in an area that management considers unimportant, right, so that means you're going to waste your efforts, right? It will not show the cost management results, because you're concentrating your cost management efforts where management considers is not important area for the your business strategies. Okay, correct. Can I go to next?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, Rajesh, right. So the next thing is about significance and importance of strategic cost management, right? Now, why this strategic cost management is getting importance nowadays? Because of all these following points. It facilitates effective cost control. So strategic cost management will help us in controlling various cost. Which cost we have to control in business? Anyone? Which what types of cost we have to control basically?
Sir, indirect cost.
Okay, indirect cost as well as direct cost, Rajesh.
Sir, direct cost may not be avoided sometime.
No, we are not avoiding. What we are talking about it is facilitating effective cost control. That means, like, take example, material cost, right? Labor cost, right? Material cost, labor cost, or say manufacturing cost. Don't you think you will try to control it? It should not be overrun. Yes or
Yes, sir.
no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right, correct, Gauri. Right, we will try to control that cost, because otherwise our prime cost will increase. If the prime cost of the product increases, the your profit margin will go down. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Then Gauri, what else? What other cost we have to control other than direct cost? When we are talking about indirect cost, what cost you have to control then?
Sir, operating cost.
Very correct. Operating cost then. What others? When you say operating cost, can you elaborate that? Okay, take a simple things like this. Uh, your factory cost, correct, Gauri? Whatever cost you are incurring in the factory, you will try
Yes.
to control it, correct? Then say take example like administration cost, whatever administration cost you are now you are incurring, that you will try to control in your budgets, right? Whatever budgets you are having, you will try to control within that. So you know we use that one of the cost accounting tool as budgetary control. You must have studied this budgetary control under cost accounting under first semester, correct? Management accounting subject. So we use budgetary control technique for the cost control. Then even sales and distribution cost, right? So we have to control all these costs. That is basically material cost, labor cost, manufacturing cost, factory cost, then administrative cost and sales and distribution cost. So we can keep then control over all of our total cost. Correct. So if you have a control on your total cost, you will keep your estimated profit margin in your hand. Correct. So that's why strategic cost management is getting importance nowadays. Correct. Then second thing is it helps in effective cost reduction. Correct. Now how it helps? How the cost management will help you in cost reduction?
Means, sir, in cost management, will elevate all the cost,
Correct.
whether which cost is more or which cost is lower. Will try to manage all the things.
Correct. Correct.
So
So
suppose over light bill is there, say
uh-huh.
unnecessary in some area, unnecessary power is there, so we can disconnect that power.
Right,
Or
right. Very right. Correct, correct, correct. So very correct, Rajesh. That is basically whenever we are going for cost management, and then when we are going for strategic cost management, we are formulating strategies for cost management. So obviously, we'll be studying about say cost drivers. We'll be studying. We'll be talking about cost models. We'll be talking about say cost objects. Then we'll be studying about say cost centers. We'll be studying about cost profit centers, like so on. So that will help us, right, in effective cost reduction, because as we are studying all these things in detail under strategic cost management, it will help us in helping the going for a cost reduction measures, so that will increase the profitability of the company. Correct. Then next point is it assists in performance evaluation for the purpose of cost control. Correct. So as we are using strategic cost management, we are studying all these cost drivers, cost models, cost objects, right, cost centers and so on. Correct. So it helps us profit centers, then it helps us in performance evaluation, right? So we will try to evaluate the performance of say each production unit. Then we can find out say the performance of products, various services. Correct. So that will help us the basically the purpose of cost control. Correct. So uh, strategic cost management is getting lot of importance because of all these things. Correct. The next point is uh, any other thing which we want to evaluate performance? Yes, Rajesh, Gauri, Priyanka.
like, sir, machine production hours or machine performance.
Okay.
If it is increased, then the company can produce more or sell more, like that. Or unnecessary running hours company can be reduced, then it
Correct.
will increase
So
also.
uh, correct, correct. So your productivity, right, Rajesh? You're talking about productivity.
Yes, sir.
Correct. So if the productivity increases, right? it will help you in increasing your profitability also. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Uh, then we want to evaluate the performance of even all other departments also. Correct? Under, say, finance department, HR department, then say your marketing department, sales department, right? uh, Purchasing department. There are so many departments are there. Now we are interested in evaluating their performance. So whatever strategic cost management we are using, correct, it will help us, right, in evaluating performance, because under strategic cost management we are studying all these cost centers, profit centers, cost objects, then cost drivers in detail, correct, and we are formulating strategies, right? So all these big multinational companies, they implement strategic cost management more rigorously, correct. The next point is it helps in formulating pricing policies effectively. Correct. Now, what pricing policies we have to formulate? Can any one of you give me example of any industry? Take example of automobile industry. Say two-wheeler or four-wheeler, car, two-wheeler or car. Say car. Take a car as a product. Okay. Now, uh, what are the pricing strategies, policies which you have to formulate, and where it will be effective? Yes.
No, sir, didn't get. Can you repeat this question?
Like whenever we are talking about formulating pricing policies effectively, right? Now just take a example of, say, car industry. You are a car manufacturer, you are selling car. Okay. Now when you are formulating pricing policies, what points will come to your mind when you are pricing now your car? What points you consider? Okay. First of all, you will consider the cost of your car, correct? Your production cost of a car.
Yes, sir. In that production cost, then which type of customer segment you are looking for, and your competitors' price for the same segment, like that.
Correct. Very correct. Very correct. Now, when you talk about, say, customer, you just said very rightly, customer. Correct. Now, according to that type of customer, you have to give a various type of, say, distribution network. Yes or no? Like take
Yes, sir.
example, Rajesh, if you talk about, say, Maruti Suzuki company. Now, Maruti Suzuki company is having two types of distribution network. Yes or no?
Yeah, two type. Yes, sir.
Correct.
Yes,
What are
sir.
those two types?
Sir, one is two means lower and upper side means they are having two different.
Correct. And for the their high-end cars, what is the name they are using for that distribution network?
Nexa.
Correct. Very correct. Nexa. Very correct. Very correct. So what you are doing now? This type of pricing policies you are having. Then what what we have to do under car? If you are talking about car, the first thing is then again after sales service. Is it correct, Rajesh?
Yes,
Gauri,
sir. Yes, sir.
Priyanka? Correct. Correct.
Means
After
how you
cars,
can reach
this
very
is after
frequently to the
sale.
customer. Yes.
Correct. And what happens is basically when you sell Rajesh car, that car you will give them, say, like free servicing. Correct. You will be giving either the free service of 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. Now, if you change this policies of giving, say, free service from 2 years to 3 years, is it going to increase your cost or not?
Yes, sir. It will increase the cost.
Correct. If you give a more warranty, the cost will increase. Correct. If you are giving, say, more commission to your distributors, showroom owners, correct? Then your uh, cost will increase. So we whenever this we are following this strategic cost management, it will help us, right, in formulating pricing policies effectively, correct? Because under strategic cost management we are formulating strategies related with cost management, right? Then it helps us in fixation of sales volume for a desired level of profit. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Now, which is the formula generally which you use here in accounting? You have studied in the first semester. Which topic? Do you remember management accounting? Which helps, which you have studied here? How you will fix the sales volume if you have a desired level of profit. That means suppose company wants to earn profit. Take example in the next year of say 10 crore rupees. Then you will see that how many products some company is selling. Suppose your company is selling product A, B, C, D, E. There are 5 products, correct? Then you have to fix the sales volume because overall the company wants to earn profit of 10 crore rupees. That is a target company which have set. So generally, uh, which cost accounting topic helps you in calculating all these things? Do you remember? You have studied under my management accounting first semester. Okay, right. Uh, I don't want to ask who has taught you management accounting. Okay, but it's very important for the faculty to teach all these things, right? Now you must have studied marginal costing, correct? Marginal costing topic under management accounting. Now under marginal costing, basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to find out contribution, right? Contribution from each product, how much contribution you are getting from each product, and then what you do is you try to find out what is your PV ratio, correct? And profit volume ratio, if you remember, right? And that profit volume ratio formula which will help you in talking about this, that is how much sales volume you can achieve of your each product, so A, B, C, D, E, to achieve the desired level of profit of say 10 crore rupees, correct? So that becomes very important because when we are talking about A, B, C, D, E, there are 5 products. The 5 products will be having different demand. The company will be having different production capacity of these products, correct? And then we will try to achieve of that desired level of profit. If your company is having say limited production capacity and the demand is more, you can sell more, then you might outsource it, correct? You might uh, uh, get the finished products from some other factories and then you will sell under your branding, correct? So these things become very important for you, correct? The next point is useful in prompt ascertainment of cost, right? So strategic cost management will help us as we are studying about strategic cost objects, then cost centers, profit centers, cost drivers, and so on under strategic cost management, cost models, right? So it helps us, it becomes very useful in ascertainment of cost, right? Now whenever we are talking about ascertainment of cost, we have to calculate cost of what? Only product? Yes, anyone? uh, uh, what you will do, you will just try to find out a cost of total cost of your product, or something in detail and all other, something about other cost also, or only it is related with product? Yes, Rajesh?
In total, suppose the company is manufacturing 3-4 products, then company will ascertain the cost of each and every products,
Correct.
and which product is giving more benefit and which product is giving less profit, that will be analyzed.
Okay. And then what else? Only products? Will you think about services also?
Yes, sir. In both the things, service or
Okay. Take example like Rajesh. In your factory, there are some 1,000 people are working, right? And your factory is say outside Pune. Now you have to take your workers to your factory site. Now for that, what you have to do is you have to use your transportation, correct? Buses. Yes or no, Rajesh?
correct.
Correct. Now company has an option. Either they can buy their own buses and ferry their employees, or second option is hire an outsider, correct, a transport company which will give us this service and we will pay them. Yes or no, Rajesh?
Yes, sir.
Correct. So what we'll do, Rajesh, in this case, this is a kind of a service company requires, correct?
Yes, sir.
Right? The transporting of your employees to the
Employees
factory
to, yes,
and then
yes, sir.
factory back to their correct residence. Correct. Now what you can do, you will try to find out a cost. If a company buys its own buses, then they have to maintain, they have to employ a driver, correct,
Yes, sir.
and so many other things. They have to put diesel in that buses, correct, some cost. Then what company will try to find out is, company will try to find out is, if company buys its own buses and give this service, inside service, then what will be the cost? And if there is some other party, outside party, which is ready to give us this service, right? And then we'll find out. Suppose take example, a outsider says that I will charge you uh, say 10 rupees per kilometer, or say 7 rupees per kilometer, and when we calculate our own cost, right, it comes to say 12 rupees per kilometer, then obviously company will say, okay, let's outsource. Take another example of say canteen facilities, correct? You can have your own canteen, or you can have a caterer, right, which will supply the food, correct? So whether to have your own canteen and start producing the food for your employees, giving them breakfast, lunch, meals and all, correct? So you can outsource. So we need to ascertain various types of various cost, right, of our goods and services, correct? Even when we talk about related with our product, are we going to produce the spare part? If there is another party which is ready to supply me a spare part at a lesser cost, correct, then I will go for that, correct? So strategic cost management, as it is studying cost in detail, right, it helps us, correct, in ascertaining of cost of so many things, correct? It optimizes the use of plant facilities and working capital, correct? Like Rajesh, you were saying that whenever uh, we are having a production unit, correct? So whenever we are studying in detail, right, what are the cost objects, what are the cost, so many other things, correct? So it will help you in increasing the plant capacity, correct? And obviously it will also indirectly then help you about working capital. Now when we are talking about working capital related to your factory, what are the components of working capital? Yes, whenever we are talking about working capital, you must have studied this under financial management, working capital. Even you must have studied under corporate finance.
Receivables, payables, your
Correct?
inventory.
Very correct. Inventory management, receivables management, then payables management, cash management.
Cash management.
Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Now, when we talk about, say, strategic cost management, as we are studying about cost centers, profit centers, cost drivers in detail. So obviously, it will help us, like in managing the working capital, efficiently using the plant facilities, and so on. Like take example, we were just discussing on the previous slide about the example of supply chain management, right? Now supply chain management working capital, it will help you in inventory management, yes or no? And when you are talking about inventory management, what components come there under inventory? Yes,
Means sir, all the raw material that is required for the manufacturing process.
very correct. Then what is the second type of inventory?
Finished goods.
Yes, Gauri.
Finished goods.
Very correct. Very correct. Finished goods. Okay, because finished goods also we need for supply chain management, distribution network, because companies will always carry some finished goods stock with them, right? Because just take an example. Uh, can you give me an example of this Gauri, that when generally in India, take example like of say consumer durable product, in which period their finished goods stock will increase? Take example of consumer durables like say TV, fridge, say microwave oven. Yes, Gauri. Generally in India, which period of the year this finished good stock companies will increase?
सर जैसे दिवाली वगैरह वैकेशंस रहते तो ऑफर आता है तो लोग ज्यादा लेते हैं तो उस टाइम पे वगैरह.
Very correct, Gauri. You are pinpointed it. Correct, because in India we people generally will purchase more things about this TV, fridge, and all. Say around say Diwali time. So obviously consumer durable companies, right? They will produce more and keep the goods ready. Correct, of their TV, fridge, say microwave and all. Correct. So uh, they will be able to push their product if there is more demand in the market. So suddenly they will push that product in the market. Uh, do you think they will wait for the what is the scene, how the response is in the uh, market, and then they will start producing? Then they will lose the bus. Correct, Gauri?
Yes.
Yes, Gauri.
Yes, sir.
Right. Obviously, because if your TV is asking for your TVs there, now it takes some time to produce TV and supply to that retailer, correct, shopkeeper in that market, say all over India market. Now, so that you have to produce it in advance, correct, and then supply to these all your distribution network in time, right? So customer will not wait. If your TV is not available in the shop, right, he will buy another brand, correct, of the TV of another company, right? Okay, because he wants to purchase that particular product on that auspicious day, correct. So such type, in such cases your working capital will increase, correct? So but under strategic cost management, what we'll try to do is we will try to control it, correct, in a effective manner, so the profitability will increase. We will not just keep on producing goods and keep ready for our uh, say uh, say uh, regarding this current situation, correct, because nowadays market has gone down because of this pandemic, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Can you elaborate this point, Gauri? Due to this pandemic, Indian market has gone down, yes or no? Right? Like last year, Indian economy has gone down by almost 7%. Right? There is a contraction in the economy. Even like say lockdowns are happening. Last year there was a national lockdown. Now this year there is statewide lockdowns are there. Now it is affecting, correct, the company's performances, correct, their plant facilities, correct. So strategic cost management will help in such situations, correct. Then the last point is useful of cost estimates and price quotations. Where you use this cost estimates and price quotations, which type of industry? Where you
Sir,
need,
price quotations are used by almost each and every industry, sir.
but where it is used in what
In say showrooms or
okay, but if like what is it called basically?
we'll say quotations, sir.
Correct. Tenders, correct, like
Yes, sir.
in the newspapers and all we see various types of tenders are there, correct.
Yes, sir.
Right. Suppose a particular company or say like government of India is looking for now say because of pandemic they are looking for say oxygen manufacturing plants, right. Now even you are saying that nowadays India is looking or state governments are looking for vaccine, correct. Now what governments are doing, the Maharashtra state government, suppose take example, has put a tender, correct, that is it is inviting the vaccine producing companies at what price you will share the what price you can supply the uh, you can what price you can supply the vaccines, correct, and accordingly then they will put the quotation, yes or no,
Yes, sir.
correct,
Yes, sir.
correct. Ah. So we need that, correct. So in such type of industries we need this price cost estimates, price quotations, correct. So strategic cost management helps us. Okay, shall we stop here because you are having another lecture, right?
Yes,
11
sir.
o'clock.
Yes, sir. 11.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
We'll
sir.
see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.